And hopefully, yep, we've given them a good 1 minute to join. Thanks again for joining, guys. As you can see, it is a live webinar and it's an introduction to Prospect CRM, the official CRM for Unleashed. So that's what we're going to be looking at today. Just to give you a bit of an introduction, I'm Suraj. I'm part of I will be going through the live webinar today. And if you do end up taking the free trial, it would be myself or my team member, Peter, who would be going through the presentation with you with your existing database. And as you can see, we are a part of the Access group. So both Unleashed and Prospect CRM have been with, we do represent the same company, which is the Access group. That's one of the main reasons why we are having this webinar. And why is it so perfect for Unleashed customers? That's exactly what we're going to be looking today. And also give you a bit of, the real-time business and profitable growth. Why does it make it? There are heaps of CRMs out there, but what is that makes us really different from the other players in the market? So those are the kind of areas that we're going to be looking at today. And we're also going to give you a bit of let our customers, give you a bit of a feedback on us as a company and a product. If you do go onto our website, you will find heaps of testimonials left by our customers. And as I did mention, previously before being acquired by the Access Group, both Unleashed and Prospect have been tightly integrated for about 5 years. And now that we're part of the same group, the integration is a bit more deeper, and it goes two ways as well. We will be giving you a bit of a live example. Just to give you a bit of an example on one of the testimonials that we picked up. We're not going to promise that it's going to be life-changing for everyone, but as you can see, Helen, once when she did start the free trial and complete the integration, when she could see all the data flow through, it was life-changing. And you can really use the data and leverage your sales and marketing, and in turn push your profitable growth. That's exactly what we're trying to achieve today. And a quick insight on, I'm pretty sure there are heaps of CRM solutions out there, as I did mention before, but Prospect CRM is specifically built for Unleashed customers. And you're going to see how really we do differentiate from the standard CRMs in the market. Just to give you a bit of an early insight, these are the top 3 providers that we've just taken up as an example. You can pretty much, use any other CRMs out here to compare, and you'll be able to see the difference on where we stand out. At this day and age, really, all the top CRMs should have the top level star ratings. That's one of the basic requirements for any software product if you're going for them. And also, the CRMs were ideally built for non-product businesses. They were the early adopters, if you do see that on the screen. The CRM was built for, industries like computer software, IT, or financial services, where there will usually be a high ticket sale and an elongated sales process where, a division would work on an opportunity, and each of the team members would log their activities right from, the tasks that they set up, or the follow-up meetings, or the kind of proposal meetings and the presentations, and eventually, sell a package as the service, which would take at least a couple of years to implement them. Could be, from 1, 2, or even 5 years to, push over that high ticket sale. So if you don't notice, none of the CRMs here were built for product businesses. That's where we come into the picture, where any of our customers are one way or the other, or a wholesaler, distributor, and a manufacturer. Where the industry is a bit more dynamic, as you all know, you need to really understand the buying pattern of the customer and also ensure that you get them onto that repeat order cycle. That's where we come into the picture. And even though, we do constant releases on a monthly basis, all that is based on the feedback that we get from our existing customer. So by far, we are one of the most recommended CRM for any companies that sell physical products to B2B. And to validate that, we do have, we will send you through this link as well as a part of the recording. As you can see, it's a very niche market that we work on and that we've really focused on, which is companies that sell physical products to B2B. And unlike any other CRMs out there, you wouldn't have had this tagline of the #1 stock of our CRM. So that's a really, a different tagline that we have worked towards and achieved over the years. And we do have other awards that we have won throughout, like high performers, easiest setup, highest user adoption, and best ease of use. Hopefully, we could show you some of the great features that we have today in the trial in the live action. And this is something, the growth formula and the growth model. It does look fairly simple, I should say, but for us to implement this, it does take quite an effort from your end and our end. With more customers, any CRM is designed to bring in more customers. You want more customers buying your product, using your products, and get them onto that repeat order. And this could be achieved through your marketing campaigns or your opportunity management. But in Prospect CRM, what we do is we focus on that functionality, and we also push your existing customers through a mechanism which drives the highest CLTV, which is the customer lifetime value. So together, that's equal to sales growth. I'm just going to break that down for you and show you what that does mean and how does that look like. Um, I'm sure you've all seen the funnel of doing business, but just want to quickly reiterate on some of the benefits that you do get from following this funnel. With any CRM, as I did mention, is to attract more companies or more customers into your company buying your product, and this could be achieved through your marketing campaigns, sending out those mass email campaigns, or attracting them through your inquiry forms on your website, or even telemarketing and cold calling. That's the way you attract your customers. And then you push them through a process where you do qualify them as a lead. And then you push them through your sales process, which could be the face-to-face meetings, or even like sending samples if that's part of your business process, and sending a quote, which a lot of customers do. Um, and finally closing that deal. And as you know, in wholesale and distribution industry, if the first order is a bit tentative, this whole process that you just have could be a loss-making effort because you are spending that money on your marketing efforts. And of course, you're paying your salespeople as well. So you do want this first order to be a bit more on the higher side. But if it's a bit tentative, it's not really going to give you that profitability. And unfortunately, all the top CRMs that we just showed you, the functionality kind of ends right here. And there's really not much they can do rather than just filling the funnel of doing business and closing that deal. If you really want to get into that repeat order cycle, you just have to see what we're going to be showing you right now. In Prospect, we're a bit different. We go a step above. Not only do we onboard your customers, and this is the mechanism that I was talking to you about earlier, we push them through this, the flywheel base, which really focuses on that order frequency, increasing that average order value, and most importantly, retaining your customers as long as possible. So you don't have that leaky bucket effect where you're bringing in more customers and they're going out through the other side of the funnel, but really focusing on your existing customer base. We can ensure that we do build the profitability growth. And this is what we call the growth playbook. This is something, we're not going to be going through each of these components over here. This is something our onboarding team will sit with you and go through if you do decide to come live with us, if you do subscribe to CRM. As you can see, all the 7 components that we saw on the funnel are kind of segmented right here. And you've got various, tabs that you can really focus on and try to focus on that particular area. Could be sales or onboarding or increasing your average order value or retention. And it's also broken down into the growth formula as we saw, which is more customers and higher customer lifetime value. Today in the live demo, you will be able to see these, some of these components which are deployed, which will help you with that early paybacks with some low investment, just by, starting the free trial and integrating your system. But the whole idea is we would like you to start using things that require a bit more planning and configuration. For instance, we do have automating your quote to order workflow, and we can also integrate your email campaigns. If you're using, say, MailChimp, Klaviyo, or Spotler, we have the ability to integrate to those softwares, and any responses could be feeded back into the CRM. That's a nice little function that we have. So yeah, I mean, if this is something you're really interested in, we will send out that information to you. And also there is an app, there is a quiz that you can take, which would really benchmark yourself. And this is basically, to see those 7 components that I just showed you: attract, sell, close, and frequency and retention. You can really benchmark yourself. We would highly recommend you to take the quiz as honestly as possible, so you know exactly where you stand currently and which are the areas that really requires that growth from your end. Um, And RFM, that was something, this is an acronym that we did see on the growth playbook. It actually stands for recency, frequency, and monetary value. It's actually a widely used reporting logic in the wholesale and distribution industry. And this is something that we have adapted and implemented in the CRM. So what basically we're trying to achieve here is based on your sales history from Unleashed, we do have a set logic that we have built in, which automatically segments your customers into champion, loyal, at risk, can't lose them, and so on. The beauty of it is even when you take the free trial period, we do the segmentation for you. So we really do give you those actionable insights even during the free trial period. And obviously, champion being the customers who have bought recently, buy often, or spend the most. Similarly, at-risk customers who did spend big money at one point in time, but they've dropped in revenue due to various reasons. Could be the seasonality or the buying pattern, or even if there's a change in buyer, or the pricing could also be a factor. Whatever may be the reason, we do give you that information for you to ensure that you get them back onto that average order cycle. And of course, there are other categories like can't lose them, hibernating, and so on, which we will show you in the live demo. There is another segment that we've added to this RFM analysis, which we do feel is quite critical with any business, new customers. And the research has shown that, for a customer to um, ensure or to even look at you as a supplier, consider you as a supplier, the fourth order is the tipping point. So until they've placed the fourth order with you, they will remain in this segment. So this gives an opportunity for your sales team, to work with them a bit more closely, build that relationship organically, and eventually push them up through the segment and make them into your loyal or champion customer. So those are the factors that we're going to be looking to achieve in today's demo and show you how, on a fictitious company, how that's been segmented. And that's the million-dollar question, right? Like that's exactly why we are all here today. What is integrated, and what is the kind of information that's going to be pulled through from Unleashed? So we've got a bit of a graphic here. It's a deep two-way integration, which we are going to be showing you soon. So through the integration, what happens is we do pull through all the currencies that you deal with, right from AUD or New Zealand dollars, or even with your suppliers if you've got in USD or Chinese currency, all that gets pulled through. And we also use the information. We also pull through all the taxes that you deal with and the warehouses, including your GST, VAT. And if you do have multiple warehouse locations, we kind of pull through that information from the integration as well. You will be impressed on the kind of detailing that we pull through. And of course, we pull through all your customers and suppliers and any B2C contacts as well. Although we are focused heavily on the B2B side of aspect, if there's any B2C components, we do pull through that information as well. And products and inventory, as I did mention, we pull the stock level pretty accurately from Unleashed and all the products that you've set up in Unleashed as well. Right from your top performing products, or if there's a product that's been sitting in and it's something that moves only every 6 months or a year, any products you have set up in Unleashed, we pull that information. And finally, we pull through all your sales orders, invoices, and credits. As you know, we do have integration, secondary integration to QuickBooks and Xero, which means that from the CRM you will be able to you will be able to see those outstanding invoices, if anyone's missed off their payment or if they're on stop credit, all that information will be pulled up in the CRM. So what do we try to do with all this information? So we push through that into Prospect, and we do a bit of sales analysis, which we are going to be showing you today. And part of the sales analysis is very closely associated with the growth formula, which is focusing on that order frequency, average order value, and retention. And then, of course, we have the ability to do new orders. We can process a new sales order directly from the CRM. And if you do confirm that, that will be pushed into Unleashed, and your operations team can pick, ship, and invoice it. And we also have the ability to do quotes, which we have utmost flexibility with our quoting system. We've got quick quotes, or you can set up quoting templates as per your requirement. So that's the kind of flexibility that we have. And if you do have a wide range of products and you don't want to be creating and saving them in Unleashed, we do have the ability to create new products on the go in our quoting system. And once it's confirmed and pushed through as a confirmed sales order, then you can create the product in Unleashed. So that's mainly for customers who do deal with a wide range of catalogs And if they do want that flexibility in that quoting system for those customized products, we do have that bit of functionality as well. And finally, you don't have to, we do pull through your customers and suppliers, but if you do have your prospects, your potential buyers who are ideally interested in your product lines and they would like to get more information from you, and for you to run those marketing campaigns and, those marketing efforts, you can pretty much save them in the CRM and you can market them, try to run specific targeted email campaigns to them. That's another key little prospects that you can save in the CRM as well. So that's how the integration works. And apart from that, there is a deep two-way integration. If you do make any changes to your products, it will reflect back through an overnight sync. Apart from that, if you're doing a sales order, it's pretty much live. It really reflects instantly in Unleashed, or the max it takes is about 15 minutes. So let's just jump onto the live demo. Apologies, I should have mentioned at the start, there is a Q&A button in the control section as well. So if you do want to pop in any questions that you have as we go, or we do have like a time allocated for a Q&A session towards the end, so we can pick it up and we can address that accordingly. All right, hope you're able to see my screen all right. Yep, I guess I'm on the right screen. Perfect. As you can see, this is basically, this is how the live CRM account looks like. And that's reflection. Right now, we are connected to Coffee and Beans, which is a fictitious company, just for the demo purpose that we have. I apologize straight away if some data is missing, but it is pretty good. It's a video check and it's all good. But if something is missing, my apologies for that. As you can see, that's the main dashboard. And right now we are situated on the account manager's dashboard. We do have various other dashboards that we would be touching upon, but the account manager's dashboard by far is one of the key dashboards, which does have those sales reporting tools that I didn't mention about, which we will be touching upon. And the beauty of this is an reflection of your existing customer base. Anyone who's placed an order with you at least once will reflect in this dashboard. And this can be set to your different account managers. So if you do have various account managers and you want them to see only the kind of, the orders that they're bringing in, the kind of customers that they're dealing with, you can pretty much set this up during the onboarding phase. And we can set user settings and permissions so they get to view only the accounts that they deal with. Just quickly coming back to the main dashboard again. This is just picking up from where we left from the presentation, RFM. Front and center, we've got the RFM analysis. So based on the sales history from Unleashed, as you can see, we have categorized those customers into champion, loyal, at risk, and so on. I'm just going to quickly jump on the champion customer. And you can see we do pull the basic information right from the name, the segment they belong to, the type, who's the account manager, the first order date, the last order date, and the total order count. With any of our reports, we do provide you some actionable insights. So for you to perform some actions, this is what we call the three-dot menu. You can pretty much go in, save any of our reports to Excel. So by far, I think you can save any profitability reports or customer reports on sales reports. All that could be saved to Excel, and you can add them to a campaign. So as I did mention to you in the presentation, if you do use email marketing tools like MailChimp, Klaviyo, or Spotler, you can pretty much export this contact list, push them to MailChimp, formulate your email, add flyers, and once when you push that campaign, any responses that you get from there will get saved under marketing under campaigns, and then you can work on it accordingly if anyone's interested. And we also have integration to Google Maps, which will give you the geographical presentation of all the customers by location. It's quite useful for, especially if you've got sales reps who are on the road, who do want to plan their trips. This is a nice little functionality that we've got as well. And I'm just going to quickly jump onto one of these customers here. Let's choose Byron Bay Coffee. As you can see, that's the UI feature we've got. You can do a bit of a comparison if you're using other top CRMs. That's the basic information that we pull through right from the name, phone number, and website. And that's the activity feed, which shows you, what are the orders that have come through on a regular basis. It's a top level view. I will give you a global view on how that looks like. And you can see the revenue that's been generated and the kind of days that they've taken. And on the right here, we've got the at a glance section, which shows you the kind of segment they belong to. And it also shows you the spend in the last 365 days. to the previous 365 days, there is a drop in revenue, not a good sign. Although they're a champion customer, they are dropping in revenue. That's the kind of top level view we provide straight away. And this is a rolling period. So tomorrow it'll be previous 365 days to tomorrow. So we give you a constant comparisons on a day-to-day basis. And if you do have set your financial year to date, we do give you that information on a top level view as well. And this is the Google Maps integrations that I was talking to you about, which does give you its geographical presentation. And on the categorization section, we show you what are the customer, there are what type they are a customer, who's the account manager, the industry, priority, and so on. All these fields here are configurable. So if you do feel this doesn't match your business requirement, you can configure them according to your needs. That's the kind of flexibility we provide. And also, this entire screen is customizable. So if you do feel it's a bit overpopulated and you want to keep it as clean as possible, you can certainly set this up fields according to your requirement, preview it, and save it. And so we do have utmost flexibility when it comes to configurations. And through the integration, we pull through the addresses. If there's multiple shipping addresses, we pull through that. We do have postcode lookup. Nice little UI feature. Just by entering the postcode number, this will get populated for you. And contacts, as I did mention, we've got a deep two-way sync. You can enable the two-way sync once you start the free trial. So any contacts that you add right here in the CRM will be pushed back into Unleashed and vice versa. So that's the beauty of the integration that we have. Opportunities, problems, and quotes we're going to be coming back to. And documents is just another key area where any emails that you send or any project proposals or quotes that you send will get saved under the document section. And this is the link to Unleashed. So this is pretty much intact with the Unleashed account. Any changes that you make here in the CRM will reflect back in Unleashed as well. So you can see the code, the name, the link to open this account, the type, and if they're on stop credit, what's their price list, and what's their payment terms like. All that information reflects right here in the CRM. And as I did mention, if you do connect your as a secondary integration, if you do connect Xero or QuickBooks, you will be able to view all those invoices right here in the CRM. And you can at the top of you'll be able to know who's on stop credit or if there's any outstanding invoices to be paid straight away. And with the sales transaction, we do give you the line-by-line view of all the orders that have come through. We do in the activity feed previously, we showed you the top-level view, but right now we give you a bit more of a detailed view on what's the products that have come through, if they've been ordered, delivered, and invoiced, the currencies that you're dealing with, and what's the margin that you're making, the percentage, and the sales order number. So we do give you, and this you can go back as far as the time since you've started trading with this company. So we give you the list of all the transactions that have come so far. This could be a bit overwhelming. So if you are after one particular product category, or you can pretty much type the special character right up in the search section, and it will pull through. Okay, if you're looking at Ethiopian beans, if you just want to look at that. Um, funnily enough, we've just got them once and they've ordered 50 times and that's been ordered and delivered. So that's the kind of flexibility that we give with our sales transaction and viewing all these products over here. With the sales analysis, it's a bit more of a deep dive in. So we give you the top level view again of the segment, the spend, the order frequency, and the last order date. And that's the interactive graph, which shows you the invoice value by month, and that's the order value by month. And at any given point, if you want to focus on one particular year, you can pretty much zoom in, and it really gives you the graph of that particular time. And you can zoom back as simple as possible. And when you do try to open this report, we give you the breakdown of the monthly spend. As you can see, they are your champion customers, so which means they're pretty regular in their ordering pattern. Um, Pretty much they've got, August, they've done pretty well, July, and you can see the breakdown of how well they've performed so far. Right now, say if you've opened this customer account, say if you're on the phone, a hypothetical situation, you know how well they've been performing. But if being a salesperson, you do want to know, okay, what are the products that they've got from you? I want to see the differentiation. If you quickly scroll down, you can see the top products that they've got from you so far. And as you can see, 33% has been the Breville Oracle Espresso machine. And you can see the breakdown of the other SKUs in this interactive pie diagram. And that's again by order. This is by value, and that's by frequency, which is the most frequent ordered items. It's a nice little information to be having at your fingertips, especially when you're trying to talk to them over the phone. Again, if we do open this report here, now we give you the top level view that overall view of which is the most frequently ordered item, and by revenue as well. By far, the espresso machine has been the top product they've ordered, the number of times and the order count, and followed by the other products as well. And Byron Bay is the only company, I guess, they've got the Ethiopian beans as well. So if I open this report for you, so this is where we get the tagline of the number one stock aware CRM. Um, as you can see from the integration to Unleashed, we just don't pull your customer data like how you saw with Byron Bay Coffee. We also pull through your entire product files, right? From the SKU code, the name, the images that you've set up, the category, if it's a stockable item, list price, cost price, and the total stock available. So that's the kind of information that we pull through. And it's worthwhile mentioning Unleashed will still remain your master data. So any changes that you want to make to this particular product, you still have to do it in Unleashed, and through the overnight sync, it will reflect back into the CRM. And quickly going on to the stock levels, we did give you that graphic previously of the two-way sync. As I did mention, it's pretty in-depth. We take all the breakdown of the various stock warehouses you've got by location and by the stock quantity as well. And if you have set up your suppliers information, we do pull through that information. So you don't have to constantly switch between Unleashed and Prospect. You can have that information again um, instantly if you're looking at any back orders, if you're out of stock, if you want to see when is the next shipment due, all that information is tracked in the CRM. With the sales transaction, again, we give you the most recent transactions that have come through. You can see Byron Bay Coffee has been one of the top companies who have got this product. And you can also see the kind of revenue that this product has generated since the time you've been in operations as well. Analysis again is it's a bit more of a deep dive in. We give you the top buyers just to give you a bit of an insight on who is the top customers who are buying this product. And we give you a bit of a seasonality involved. We kind of analyze the buying pattern of this particular product. So this could be used again. You can save this report to Excel and make this as a forecasting report for your stock levels for the next financial year. You can see the breakdown here. They've been fairly consistent, with May last year have been a phenomenal month. So based on this report, you can actually hold stock at any given time. You're not overstocked. You've got the right amount of stock to be moved on a constant basis, and you've saved that valuable warehouse space. Images and files again, the CRM can be a central point of contact. So if you are using a spreadsheet, or if you've got all your information in a Dropbox, this one, if you do decide to use a CRM, we can absolutely be a game changer and be your central point of contact. Right from, you can add additional images and link files right here. And we also honor any price tiers you have set up in Unleashed, which I'm going to show you quickly. And this will, we've got the various price tiers you've set up. We do honor that as well. Before I move on, I just want to show you the upsell feature we've got. So we've got the ability to link products to this particular SKU. You can do that to any products in the CRM. So what this means is we have actually set this as recommended. You can also set them as upgrade or must sell. So the moment you add this product to a quote or a sales order, a new window would pop up prompting these two SKUs to be recommended to your customer, especially if you're on the phone or if you're keying an order. What this does is basically increase that average order value. So all that you've seen here in the CRM, again, it goes back to the growth formula, which is focusing on that average order value. So that's exactly what we're trying to do. And I'll just give you a quick global view on how that's possible when we do a quote as well. And again, if you want to upgrade, if you're on the phone with a customer and if they're selling, say, maybe 200 coffee cups an hour, maybe they want to go to an upgrade. They might want to go to a bigger machine. So those are the intricacies that we capture in the CRM, which you can use it to your advantage and really push that average order value up. And quickly going back, just one step forward, I wanted to show you another little sales tool, which is the Magic Matrix. Again, it's a top level view. We import all your product categories and we put them on the chart for you to show you what are the products that Byron Bay has got from you. These are the categories and what they're unaware of. We can run targeted marketing campaigns and make them aware of those SKUs and make them from red to amber, which means they're aware. And if they're interested from the campaign and they would like to know more about the product category, you can create an opportunity, track that opportunity, and eventually make them buy that product. So it's just to try to analyze any cross-selling opportunities within your existing customer base and try to increase your average order value by really ensuring your customer knows about the different SKUs that you have So that's a nice little tool that we have in the CRM. I will show you a global presentation towards the end. Just now quickly jumping back to the main dashboard again. So we did see the areas on how to increase that average order value. So these two reports here focuses again on that growth formula, which focuses on customer retention and order frequency. So we do have AI integrated in the CRM, which is the BUS acronym, as you know. So the AI does predict and calculate the average order days between the customers. And it also predicts, what is the shortest time that they've taken to place an order, what's the longest time they've taken to place an order. And also if there's any churn risk within your existing customer base, we do notify that. And what's the kind of average order value that you can get collected right away from this? I kid you not, anyone who's taken a free trial have got some benefits out of this report. Your salespeople love it. You know exactly who are the customers to get in touch with, and they've actually got some good return on investment just by using this particular report. And another report that really focuses on the customer trends, again, this understands if there's any seasonality, is we put your customers into growing, static, and declining. If I open that report for you, we do a bit of a comparison like Coffee Club. You can see the spend in the last 365 days to the previous 365 days. Based on this, you can see who's growing and who's declining. It's key little information that we provide where you can, again, make this into a contact list to the ones who are declining and really ensure that you're getting them onto that repeat order cycle back again. Needs engagement again. It is a demo account, so it's been a while since we have reached out, understandably. But once when you start using the CRM, based on the activities that you log in into the CRM, this will get relearned. It's again a good starting point for your salespeople to see if you do miss out on reaching out to any of the customers, this is the go-to report. And problems, as you can see, is an after-sales ticketing solution that some of our customers use, ideally for logging warranty claims or damaged goods on delivery or any issues that you've had. We will try to give you a quick example of this workflow just to show you how that ticketing solution looks like. And again, that's close rates is any new opportunities that you're working on. We do have sales pipeline reporting for all the opportunities that you're working on based on won or closed. It will reflect in this report. We'll try to cover that as well as a part of the demo. And that's the 12 months order section, which gives you the breakdown of all the orders that have come through on a monthly basis. And we do give you a top level graphic of, a nice little graphic of a comparison of this month versus last month. At any given stage, you'll know exactly what are the orders that are coming through as well. Right now, I'm going to be performing some live actions. So we're going to be looking at this customer, Michelle Dury, who works for Browns of Ipswich. As you can see, that's the breadcrumb menu. At any given stage, you know exactly you're located in the CRM. If you want to switch between the company, similar to Byron Bay Coffee, they are a customer. They do. You can see we have written a bit of a summary so that all your salespeople are aware. Prefer Ethiopian beans. So let's just make sure that we quote Ethiopian beans for them. And Michelle is a regular customer. All that she wants to do is to place a repeat order. And in this case, she wants to get a quote sent out first so that she can get approval from a manager. And then, she can confirm on the same. So just running through that process. We do at any given stage, there's no issues at all. We can do a sales order at any point, as long as you can choose the price tiers has already been set up. Once when you hit create, it will take you to a landing page of the sales order. Choose the SKUs that Michelle is interested in. And once when you hit confirm, there will be a draft sales order pushed through to Unleashed. And then your operations team can pick, ship, and invoice it. It's as simple as that. But just for the demo purpose, we're going to do a quote. I believe a lot of you guys prefer and want to see, quoting is a key functionality to have under your belt. So we can name this as a top-up order, if you want to call it, or any description that you want to keep. And we do have, if it's a repeat order, we can actually configure the based on. So you can always have coffee beans based on or equipment. So you don't have to go and key in every single time. Once when you just choose this template, it will reflect on the quote just to save you that nice little time. And with the source here, we can choose it's from salesperson generated, and it's a quick quote. So once when we do hit create, it's going to take us to the landing page of the quote. And if Michelle does send you a PO number, you can pretty much enter that in the order reference over here, just so that we capture that information. And if you do come down here, that's the product section. Just by hitting this drop-down menu, we give you a list of all the products that they've got so far. Let's just choose, you can also see that by the stock levels as well. Let's choose Australian coffee beans. And if you want a bit more of a global view, And Michelle did mention she wanted, you know, let's say the Breville. Sorry if I can spell. And yes, this is what I was wanting to show you. So we did have two products which were recommended with Breville. So the moment I chose Breville, these two products come up, and you can pretty much, if you're on the phone, or you can say, would you like to add on these knockbox and the grinder? So you can pretty much hit that, and that'll populate in the CRM. And if you do want a bit more of a global view, you can quickly go in and hit the search section. And it certainly brings you to the multi-line quoting system. So on the go, you will be able to quote, which are the products by the stock levels, by different warehouses, and by pricing as well. By pricing as well. And if you're on rep mode, if you want to do that by, categories, say if we do have a mobile app, or you can use this, we do have a responsive app where you can use it in any tab or in mobile. So if you just choose ingredients, you can go check the stock levels, you can add those stocks accordingly, and you can hit add and close. If you're on rep mode, let's say Michelle did have preference for Ethiopian beans, we can add that. And we can quickly go back to the category. And if she's like, okay, what are the other products that you would recommend? We can straight away go to the popular items, which will only bring up the top 36 products that have been doing exceptionally well with other companies as well. And it gives you a top level view of that. And that's where you can pretty much go in and you can jump between the different pages. You can choose what are the products that Michelle is after. You can recommend if she's after chocolates or beans. You can have a quick look at that, and you can pretty much hit add and close, and that does get populated. So if I do, that's where we're trying to increase that average order value. So we did choose the Breville coffee machine, and any recommended products was added right here. And just want to quickly show you what are the other things that we can do with the quote. We can pretty much group products. Let's just go in and say this could be machine, and you can save. With the other group, we can go in and then name it as beans. So if you've got like multiple products in your catalog, and if you want to group and summarize them, we do have that ability to do that. And we've got utmost flexibility here. You can edit you can edit the description line, cost and discount. If Michelle is a regular customer, and if she does have an additional rebate of 10%, you can pretty much go in and do that right here in the CRM, and that does get calculated straight away. And there are a few ways of sending it. You can either send it as a template that you've got with Unleashed, or we do have set templates in the CRM. You can configure as many as templates as you like. I'm just going to choose a simple cover PDF. And as you can see, it does come with action buttons for Michelle to approve. So this is the point that I was talking to you earlier about the quote to order workflow. Once when you do send a quote, it puts the onus on Michelle, and she can either approve or decline it. And if I give you a quick example on how that looks like, let me just quickly download this quote template for you. It's a standard Word document, and this can be configured and edited based on your requirement and how you'd like to see the template. Just bear with me for a few seconds, please. As you can see, that's exactly how the quote template looks like, right? With the standard information that you've got, your logo, and the segmentation that we did. And if Michelle does decide to approve it after seeing this quote, she can just hit the approve button over here, and it's going to take us to a landing page of the payment gateway or the confirmation. And here she can come in and choose the purchase order number. Once she hits approve, we do capture the IP address, and we know that this quote has been confirmed, and it comes back into the CRM through the integration. I'm going to show you how that quickly looks. Thank you for approving the quote. If I quickly jump back, then we're not going to be sending this email. Let's go back and quickly refresh that screen. You can see confirm sales order. So that's pretty much, I could have confirmed the sales order right here if I was on the phone, but just wanted to show you the quote to order workflow and how that functionality looked like. So again, we were able to do a nice service, a repeat order customer, nice and quick, taking that repeat order and also recommending new products to increase that average order value. So that's the kind of quoting capability that we have. Apart from that, we do have integration to Stripe. If you want to treat this as a performa invoice for your new customers, you can get those payments upfront. And we do have delivery methods where we can choose any delivery methods you have set up in Unleash. We pull through that data as well. Quickly going back, I am mindful of the time. We'll try to give you a good couple of minutes for those question and answer session as well. I'm just going to show you the other set of information where how do you capture any new opportunities? Like the whole point of the CRM, apart from servicing your existing customer, is to bringing in that more potential stockist or potential prospects into the customer. You can add any business contacts or company on the go, and we do have ability to create an inquiry form. So you can create that inquiry form and host it on your website. And through the integration, any inquiries that come from your website will get saved under marketing under inquiries. And it's a nice little pre-prospect kind of feature that we have. And if an inquiry has come through, you can create an opportunity. If they've not placed an order with you so far, you can always create an opportunity just so you can track it. And we've got various pipeline reporting like new customer. We do have different statuses as well. Then all this can be configured and you can create this and ensure that you track that opportunity and eventually make them buy those products from you. And another thing I wanted to quickly show you is every time when there is an inquiry that's coming through, you can go in and set those notifications. Like for instance, we have set instant email bounces or inquiry assignments. So like that, if there's a task that could be notified instantly, there are various toggles that you can set it up so that you're on top of all those customer informations. And now just quickly moving on, we did mention about showing you that's one way of organizing your new opportunities or inquiries that come through. And we did mention about, say, showing you a top information about the problem ticketing solution. Let's go back to Michelle again. And let's say from the order that we just processed, if she did have, and if she did have like a damaged goods, and if you want to track that, what we can do is similarly what we did previously, you can go in and tap a problem and you can say damaged good. And you can either choose the source and this could be a delivery issue, and you can choose, we do have the workflow, which we'll be showing you in a bit. But if you do feel if it's a product issue, if it's a coffee machine, we do have RMA number and other statuses like, awaiting return or return rejected. This again could be configured as per your business process, but that's again where you can track your any issues with your products as well. You can service them and then give it back. The whole workflow can be captured. Just for the demo purpose, I'm going to show you delivery issue. And once when you hit create, that's again going to take us to the landing page. With any opportunity or a problem, you have to be wary that you have to set a follow-up task. Without setting a follow-up task, this is not going to let us go out of this particular page. So we can pretty much go in. This is another key feature we've got, which is the task manager. Um, you can type that information like get images from Michelle or any information, get image of the damage, and you can pretty much either choose any. You might have a service delivery manager or a or a customer success team. You can either assign it to them. They will get an email notification straight away, and they need to action this problem. Just for the demo, I'm going to assign this to myself. The moment you save this, what happens is you get an email notification straight away. And I will be notified that I need to action that straight away. Until I've actioned this task, it will be reflect on the list of things to do. So just to do that, you might have to jump back in. And then once when you action it, you got to clear that. So one main information that we get asked a lot is, do we have a mobile app? And the simple answer is yes, we do. We do have a responsive app, which you can use as CRM at any given point. As long as you've got internet, you can use it on any device like mobile or tabs that you have. And say if I'm on the store and if I'm like actually right there and I can go to the document section and hit create, and you can take the photo right there if that's something that you'd like to do as well. So that's the kind of responsive app that we have. You can either pretty much go in and you can either drag and drop a file if she sent you an image, or you can go in and then take a photo. You can upload a photo, or you can take a photo straight away. That's the kind of features and functionality that we have. Um, just quickly coming back to that. And this is one of the ways, and then you can move your workflow from, you can move the workflow from working on and then finally close the problem. So that's one way of tracking the problem and then closing it successfully. And one of the other things I did want to mention to you is we do have various sales tool that we have in the CRM. So there are various reports where you can see customers who have got X but not Y. You can see the new opportunities that you're dealing with, and we've got Atmos flexibility. Um, you can see, and we also have a Kanban view just to show you the kind of the quotes that are in quoting stage or awaiting PO or ordered. And we've also got a date view as well. You can see the monthly view, which has been in the past and which is currently in this month, and which is more likely to come into the next month. That's the kind of another little UI feature we've had, which could be very useful for your sales forecast meetings that you're running on a regular basis. That's another little reports that we do run through, which is quite integral for any sales team. I think at the back of the start of the demo, I did mention about showing you the Magic Matrix solution. Before I go on to that, I just want to quickly jump in and show you the various other dashboards that we have. The sales rep dashboard gives you a bit more of a leaderboard and gives you a comparison of your sales rep this month versus last month. And you can see what is the main focus, what's the current pipeline that they have, any new opportunities, and what is the close rate. It gives you a top level view on their performances. With the sales manager's dashboard, it's a bit more of a holistic approach. It gives you the top level view of how well you've been performing the entire operations of the business. At any given stage in time, you will be able to know what are the problems that you're dealing with and the current pipeline and close deals. And we did show you about the sales pipeline, which is again the Kanban view. You can see, pretty much with the pipeline, all in pipeline, or if you want to see just the new customers or account upsell, all this key information is captured in the CRM. And last but not least, before we end the session, I'm going to be going into the Magic Matrix. As you can see here, with the integration, we have imported your product categories from Unleashed. And you can see in this graphic right here, obviously ingredients, 23 customers are unaware and 5 are aware. And we can run targeted marketing campaigns. I'm just going to quickly show you that. Just going to quickly show you that. If I just open this Magic Matrix for you, and we do, we have plotted. Again, this is the Harvard Business School idea that we have implemented in the CRM, where we put your customers on the x-axis and the product on the y-axis. As you can see here, Byron Bay Coffee, if I give you an example, they've got only the home coffee and the ingredients. They've never got the sugar sticks or displays. Similarly, you can see the other, the whole ideology behind this particular reporting. The whole ideology is to make your report as green as possible and to increase that average order value. Red obviously being unaware, amber means they're aware, blue means they have a current opportunity, and green means they've bought that category from you. So if you're running a targeted marketing campaign, we can run, you can choose the categories that you want to run. You can also choose the account manager who you want to run for and the segment and the customer type. You might want to run only for wholesalers and retailers. So once when you hit the build awareness, say, let's run a campaign for sugar sticks. Um, the best marketing campaigns are the ones which are more targeted and specific for a customer segment. So we're going to be running a very targeted marketing campaign. And you can also choose, you're going to be running it to your champion, loyal, and promising. And the moment you do this, what happens is we just want to run for the ones who are unaware. And once when you hit next, this contact list, I'm not going to go through this fully, but you can create a campaign activity called Sugar Sticks. And the moment you hit next, this 16 contacts will be pushed into MailChimp, and you can formulate your email, add your flyers for Sugar Sticks. And once when you send that campaign, what happens to this particular report is this turns into amber, which means Byron Bay Coffee now is aware of this category. And then if they do come back with that response to that campaign and say they're interested, we can create an opportunity on that so that you can track that opportunity. And you can set a follow-up task. You can send project proposals, send quotes, all that could be done. And that'll turn into blue. And eventually, when they do buy that category from you, it turns into green. So the whole idea is to analyze any cross-selling opportunities within your existing customer base, and driving that average order value, which will in turn help you with that profitability growth. So having said that, I hope I've covered, maybe not, if you do want to go through the CRM in total, we might be sitting here for till the end of tomorrow. I hope I did cover a fair bit of information, and you did like the presentation and the demo. Just want to quickly jump upon and then give you a bit of what are the next steps that we have in place. Um, and we would just want to personally thank you for taking your time and joining live with us today. And as a thank you for that, we do have just want to give you the next steps. Ideally, the next step from here is to take the free trial. And that's the most basic thing to do from here. Or the next step. There are a few ways of doing it. One is you can go to our website, take a free trial, and copy your Unleashed API ID and key, and you can host it here. And the free trial will be taken and the import would be completed. But a bit more easier way is to go do it through the Unleashed portal. You can go into your Unleashed portal under the integration store. You can choose Prospect CRM, take a free trial. This is a bit more of an easier process, and it's pretty straightforward as well. So this is one way of doing it, which will make things a bit more easier for you. And also, this is our way of saying thank you for, thanks to you for joining today live. So if you do take that free trial by the 11th of October, and if you subscribe within the 14-day trial, the first 3 months is 50% discount. So that's the nice little offer that we have currently running. And this will definitely help you with the onboarding and implementation of the CRM as well. And we'll send you through this link. As I did mention, when we send out the recording, we will send you through these slides, which will have the links to the pricing, the scorecard app, RFM or growth playbook. All the key apps links will be set up in that recording that we send out. And yeah, let's go to the Q&A session. If there's any questions, let's. Once again, thanks for joining. Yeah, if you do have any questions, I think it's a good time to go through that. Yeah, there was one question regarding pricing. Let me just quickly jump back. Um, so that's the pricing that we are after, actually. So that's $603 per month, and that's up to 4 users. And it does include any onboarding training and consultation from our end. We will help you. There's a welcome call followed up by setup and configuration and 2 training sessions as well. And it's $636 per month for New Zealand dollars. And if you're looking for additional users, that's a further $110 per month per user. And there's one other investment from your end, which is to choose the CSM plan. It is 15% of the total subscription value, which is $90 per month. And if you do choose, the main difference between the essential plan and the standard plan is the essential plan, you'll be going through a lot of self-help documents. But with the standard plans, we do have a support member who will be looking after you and an account manager as well. There are telephone callbacks, and you've got support contacts up to 4 and annual check-ins. So that's the main difference. So that's the kind of pricing structure we're looking at this stage. Thank you. Thanks for that. So I believe we have finished the demo a bit more on schedule And I think there's no more further questions from your end. Thanks again for joining. Really do appreciate it. I hope to see you taking a free trial and to meet you guys again. And like I said, it'll be myself or Peter from our team who would be going through the demo on your existing customer base. Thank you so much for joining again, guys. And I hope we did finish a bit more earlier and you've got 5 minutes back in your day. And thank you again. Have a good one. Cheers. Bye.